So if you aren't taking the time to say, look, let me challenge myself for at least 30 minutes to an hour every single day, you're not allowing yourself to actually grow.
Man, I see you constantly working out, but it's always a message behind that, right?
Absolutely.
As far as your ambitions and your goals and being in the gym and working out a lot is a lot of discipline, right? It's a
Hmm.
lot of work ethic, right? So how important is that, going to the gym to our men today?
Oh man. Well, I mean, if we want to be more specific for men, we can do that. I like to just kind of focus on everybody, just as a whole, as a human race.
Okay.
Our bodies are meant to be challenged, and if we don't have any type of challenges, we can't grow. Even if you look at like the essence of like plants, you know what I'm saying? If there's no rain, if there's no wind, it can't grow at all, right? And so what's happening is nature has its own way of challenging itself. Us as humans, we don't really have any other physical way to challenge ourselves. Obviously we live in a modern day where, cell phones are accessible, we constantly busy and distracted from the thing that actually makes us better, which is being challenged in order for us to grow. So everything that comes so easy, we're not allowing our body to do what it does naturally. So if you aren't taking the time to say, look, let me challenge myself for at least 30 minutes to an hour every single day, you're not allowing yourself to actually grow. Now you can grow mentally by learning different habits, different things like that. But that's just one part of your whole body, right? Your anatomy is so amazing. You have voluntary, involuntary muscles, and we're only using technically, like we say all the time, you technically only use 20% of your devices, right? There's about a whole nother 80% that we haven't even tapped into yet, man. You know what I mean? So I look at that just like the human body. It's the same thing. We're constantly always in our head with everything. And we forget about this whole other 80% of our body that can actually make us better. We're not fully functioning. So my biggest thing, like with fully functioning human beings, and don't get me wrong, I've done like bodybuilding shows, and I've been super fit, super lean, all the different weird shows, from competitions to like Running Man, different things like that. But now it's like it's more about understanding your mind and your body. Just be healthy and be fit, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gotta have a six pack. If you want a six pack, cool. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Most people who, like I tell people all the time, if you really want a six pack, if you don't have the discipline to do simple things, just forget about getting a six pack. Just do simple things. Like just focus on being healthy. Because trying to get a six pack, trying to be super lean and cut takes extreme discipline, right? So I'm looking at fitness as that's the one physical thing that you can do every single day to train your mind and body to do something over and over and over and over, right? Because it's just something that your body just naturally wants to do instead of like somebody trying to force you to do it. That's the one thing you can do. You say every day at 6 a.m., I'm gonna get up and go to the gym. You're creating new habits, and now your mind and your body gets used to it. Your mind says, oh shoot, even if I don't want to get up and go to the gym some days, my body just so used to it. It's like, oh, I'm up at 4:30 every single morning. And I'm going. My body and my brain is just so used to it. And so that really helps the mind and the body say, in order for me to be, I can take this one concept of being consistent and apply it to anything else in my life, whether it's my marriage, whether it's my money, whether it's my job, whether it's my career, no matter what it is, it's the same concept, but every single thing. So it's super important if you're for your growth overall.
Mm. That's very important, very important. I'm glad you mentioned that because I do think this goes back to you wanting a six pack or you really wanted to be toned. That brings a certain type of discipline, right? And it also brings a point of wanting to go 0 to 100 in such a short time, right?
Facts.
And we spoke about this to set the rudimentary goals first, right? What's your overall baby step goal of why you want to go to the gym, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
You no, you good. You want to be in shape, right? So
Right.
what does that let's peel back that layer. What's your reasoning for wanting to be in shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to impress someone? Are you doing it for someone else? Or
Mm-hmm.
are you doing it for your own mindset to put yourself in a different place than you were, some time ago, right? Because it is discipline. It is a different mindset. It's also some sort of a release of stress, of right, what you have going on in your life at that current moment. So I do think, for me, I do work out, right? But I do kind of get on myself because I'm not doing it at the consistent level I should be, right? And I think sometimes discipline, patterns, behavioral changes is about consistent, right? And let's be real, going to the gym every day, right? It takes an extreme level of discipline, right? But if you're not going to the gym every day, right, don't beat yourself up about not being consistent. I think sometimes that is tough because, as a man, when you're not as consistent on certain things you feel you should be, it can cause an issue sometimes mentally.
Not only mentally, but also physically. Now, now I want to be actually more specific about men.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
in my 40s now, so I feel qualified to talk about this particular topic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And coming from somebody who was 400 pounds at one point, who was on high blood pressure medication, who did have diabetes. Yeah, oh yeah. I was diabetic. I had cholesterol issues. I'm talking about on the scale of unhealthiness, I was at 10. You know what I'm saying? Any particular area you could think of, I had it, So I tell people all the time, I say, man, I'm the worst person to give excuses to because I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, don't tell me, oh man, I gotta be on blood pressure medication forever. I'd be like, bullshit, no, you don't. Because I was on it for 2 whole years, you know what I mean? And one of the biggest things that made me want to get off of it, now, y'all brothers, so I got to be honest, y'all. The day I couldn't get an erection, I knew it was a problem.
Wow. Yeah.
I said, we have a problem, sir. You know what I mean? We have a problem. And I was 32 at the time, so I was still relatively young, right? And so, not only was my blood pressure a problem, my cholesterol was too bad, and then that's when I really started tapping into stress and understanding how cortisol and hormones and everything works, right? So I didn't have an erection for almost 3 months straight, and I'm 32, and I knew something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on blood pressure medication, on cholesterol medication, thyroid medication, anxiety medication, right? And I keep telling people all the time, the more synthetic drugs you take, the more you take away from your body's natural ability to do what it's supposed to do, right? So one thing you're doing is you're rewiring your system to be codependent on something external. See, so even in my book, I start talking about that. I'm like, yo, the battle is within yourself. If you win the battle against yourself, you're always going to win. But if you keep searching externally for something to fix it, you're always going to lose because you're taking things away from yourself and you're trying to find external sources to feed inside your body, right? And because everything is energy, you don't know where the particular energy is coming from. The medicine that you're getting, where are you getting it from? You go to Walgreens, get your prescription filled. The lady just had a bad day. She giving you some, you know what I'm saying, giving you her energy with that synthetic medicine that you put inside your body, hoping to transition your body into doing something it's supposed to do naturally, and you wonder why it's not working. Now, here you go, another problem. You're stressed out because you're on medication. You're overweight, out of shape. Don't add being broke to it. You add being broke to it. For men, you talk about, I had testosterone issues for about almost a year. Okay. And most men don't realize this. I'm like, they go to the corner store, get the blue pills, I call it. Don't go to the corner store, get them blue pills, man. Stop doing it. Don't get them. Hey, stop going to the corner store and get them blue pills, man. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is literally a killer, right? So you're trying to force your body to do something that it's supposed to do naturally. The reason why you're not getting an erection, okay, the reason why your body's not functioning properly is because you're not functioning properly as a man first. You got to function properly as a man first from your mindset. So going to the gym, again, it does release testosterone. It does increase your endorphins inside your body. You be consistent with over and over and over. You need a certain amount of resistance to release all the unnecessary stress that's built around your gut. I always say, look, man, if your gut is hanging over your thighs, let me just be honest. I'm gonna say the way I really say it. If your gut is hanging over your nut, you got a problem.
Oh man.
You got a problem, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because all that visceral fat is around your vital organs and it's preventing your body to increase blood flow to your actual testosterone, to your nuts, and you can't get an erection because everything's clogged up and blocked up. So when you take all these artificial medicines and try to force your body to do it, okay, you making your heart work twice as hard, which is why some guys die and pass out from having sex. When you get that erection, your heart, your heart rate's going 100 miles per hour, to actually 200 miles per hour. The valves get too clogged up, and then boom, you're done. Going to the gym, you get that same intentional release from stressing your muscles out intentionally, and it's increasing your blood flow throughout your entire body, and it has somewhere to actually go. So I'm saying, like, look, transition all that sexual frustration and the need to feel like a man and all the other stuff to go to the gym, man. Just lift some weights every now and then. You get the same actual endorphin release, but your mindset is in a completely different place because you're doing it internally versus externally.
I'll
Go
co-sign
ahead,
that
Jeff.
because I'm not a I have certain goals for fitness and everything like that, but I know for me, just based on the way my schedule works, like I have two jobs and I'm usually not consistent on what time I'm gonna be home. So I just decided, you know what, 3 times a week. Let's just do 3 times a week
Mhm.
and try and maintain that consistently. And you fall off every now and again, but like I've literally felt and seen my mood changes when I'm active. Like when I'm not exercising, when I have a long day at work, it's like life sucks, this is terrible. What am I doing here? But the second I start exercising again, it's like, yeah, that was rough, but it is what it is. That's life. Move on. What's the next thing? Just keep pushing.
Mhm.
As opposed to, what's it called? Everything is doom and gloom just because I didn't get a workout in.
Yeah.
And like you said, now like yesterday, I came home and I was so tired, I literally passed out. Like I was sitting down trying to do some more work, and I literally passed out staring at my
Mm.
computer. and
Mhm.
and I woke up, and my whole thing was I could work out, or I could just go back to sleep because that's
Mhm.
kind of what I want to do. And ultimately, I ended up going to work out because I was like, I know I'm gonna sleep better if I do, so let's just go do that real quick. And
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
it ultimately I feel better. That
Right.
that's it.
That's the thing that kind of, I guess, bothers me, and I'm being very transparent when it comes down to people, especially as a life coach. And I hear a lot of stories, I hear a lot of excuses, and I start calling them excuses nowadays. Some people have valid reasons, their life situations and trials and trauma. I get it. Some things you just inevitable, right? But for the average person who lives the normal life, got your regular 9 to 5, may have a kids, family, and you're just tired. Okay, if you know for a fact when you go to the gym you feel better, why aren't you allowing yourself to do it? Okay, it's only because I say this over and over and over. We haven't learned to value our human experience yet. Okay,
Mm.
once you learn how to value the human experience and you start thinking about your body, you're like, why am I going to self-destruct like that? Why am I going to self-sabotage my ability to potentially feel good with I'm just tired, I'm just lazy, I ain't gonna do it today? And again,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with you need to work out 5 6 days out of the week. Once you, as a coach, I help people realize if your lifestyle doesn't require you to work out 5 6 days a week, and you only need a couple days out of the week to keep your blood pressure low, to keep your cholesterol good, to give you a certain amount of energy, man, keep at it. Just do that. Like, and it really only take 30 minutes a day. Like most of my clients now, it's 30-minute workouts. They're losing weight, keeping their life simple, keeping their caloric intake down. Just do that over and over and over. Change your mindset to be like, man, I just got to do 30 minutes a day. You don't, and here's a big kicker. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You really
Yeah.
don't. You could be
Yeah.
in your house, and I promise you, I tell you, look, when my clients be like, I don't know what to do today, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. I copy and paste because I have 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 10 burpees. You're done. Go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. I promise you, be good.
Man, appreciate you guys having me. shout out to y'all, man. And yeah, I'm happy to be here, man.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here, man. You guys are doing amazing things.
Good, man. We doing good. I see you guys looking great.
Well, I appreciate y'all for having me out and taking y'all time and promoting positive Black image.